Hello there, YouTube. I hope you all are having a blessed day. I am here with a small haul from Jasper Stardust, and I found them via Instagram, and they are on Etsy. And I ordered this palette a couple weeks ago, but I just haven't gotten a chance to open it yet. So this is the Southwest palette, and I don't know if they gave me extras, or I think they might have, yes. So this was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24. This is 24 colors, and like I said, I'm not sure if any of these are extras or not. I don't have my iPad here, so I can't quickly look it up. But there are some glorious colors in here. I'm getting very, very excited because I see a teal. Yeah, this is teal. And it says GG, or is that a 66? Let me see what the label says. Of course, I always get excited if I see a teal. Okay, these are not marked, but that is a stunning teal. I'm going to go get my iPad and I'm going to look up the names of all of these and get a permanent marker and write all the names on them, and then I will come back. I got these all unwrapped, and it took me a very long time because there was confusion on trying to read the labels and to compare them and check them off on the list of colors on Jasper Stardust's website. So I'm just going to do a quick color chart here with you. This is an old pan that I had laying around, and I just wanted to use it to put it in a box. It wouldn't fit in the original box because some of the pans were turned on their side to get them to fit. So for now, I'm going to use this palette, and I will be making another palette. In fact, I have one almost done on my 3D printer, so they will get moved into a larger palette soon. So I so appreciate the time and effort that it takes to write the names on the little tiny wrappers, but I think it might be an improvement moving forward if Jasper Stardust and all of the handmade watercolor companies would take the bit of time to get themselves a P-Touch printer and print the labels rather than, or just add the names that way to the paints. So this first color is called Alba, and it appears to be quite light. It's a very pretty color. It is very light, and I don't know if you're going to appreciate it or not. So we'll see if we can't just... It's really soaking up the water. They're very thirsty, and I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. The next one is called Foxel. F as in Frank, O-X-L. And that's a very pretty color. I like that one. The next one is Antique. And that is very rich and creamy, and I can already see that it's going to granulate. I think all of them so far are granulators. The next one is, this one is Goldfish. It's a very pretty color. I like that. Oh, wow. That is a showstopper. The next one is Rust. Wow. What a stunner. Isn't that glorious? My gracious. Wow, that's pretty. The next one is Sahara Desert Sand, and that is also a showstopper. Wow, wow, wow. Very pigmented, as are all of their colors. And I'm just going to dab a wee bit more of this in here. I'm trying. This one here just seems very, very dry, and I'm having difficulty getting paint to lift, but I like it. The next one is Havana Ochre. Oh, what a pretty color. Now this is a Southwest palette, so it's going to be very earthy with some shots of turquoise, and that's right up my alley. The next one is Soft Coral, or Fox Pink. Oh, wow. Oh, what a glorious color that is. Wow, that's pretty. And the next one is Venetian, or English Red Dark. Wow, I love English red. It's just such a stunning, potent color. I like that. The next one is Satori, and this cracked. And that is not a bad reflection on the paint maker. Watercolors do dry out, and some pigments dry out differently than other pigments. So it's no biggie if your paint arrives and it's cracked. The next one I will tell you is slightly an issue, but it may work itself out. The next one is Purple Heart Gubbio, and it's very shiny, which means it has too much binder in it, or the binder's separated to the top. And if it's too much binder, it could dry shiny. But my goodness gracious, look at that color. That is a stunner. I got too much water in there. The next one is Australian Violet Brown. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, the second row starts with Copper Turquoise Lime. What an interesting color name. Oh, that's beautiful. And if it's a cobalt, it should granulate like crazy. So I'll get some pigment in there, and then I'm just gonna put a drop of water in there and let it play. And the next one is Phthalo Teal. Now the label on this said Phthalo GG, and I could not figure out what GG was. It just said it just said Teal GG, and that is absolutely amazing. The next one is Sky Cerulean. Oh, that's lovely. So stunning. What a glorious color. They're all glorious. God, don't make a bad color. The next one is Cobalt Aqua. Wow. And we'll do a little painting here with these. All right, the next one is Cobalt Aqua. The next one is Cobalt Teal Marina, or Marina. Wow, oh my. If you know me, you know that teal is my favorite color, and wow. That is exquisite. The next one is Cobalt Turquoise Light. Wow. These are so pigmented, my gracious me. Now there's no, whoopsie, I had an accident. I kissed my neighbor, but that's okay. There's no pigment information on any of these, so I can't really give you the what's in these. Cobalt Cerulean is next. And then we have Cobalt Turquoise Dark. Lovely color. Look at that. Oh, that's glorious. And the next one is Bitter Root. And I have had Jasper Stardust's Bitter Root before, and it was also called Goblin. And there was two different types, and I never asked him about it. Wow. Oh, wow, that's so potent. That is just stunning. The next one is Cobalt Green Earth, and I love green earth. Yep, that's a green earth. It's a very delicate pigment, and it's just stunning. The next one is CT Dusk, and it's a purple or a lavender. Wow, what a pretty color that one is. And the last one is going to be dark and moody. It is Van Dyke Castle, or Cassell. That is a gorgeous color. Has so much life in it. Wow. That is a brief introduction to these paints, and I'll hold them up for you so you can get a gander at them. They're very, very lovely, and they do scream Southwest. I have drawn out a doodle, just some kind of like 70s bead curtain thing, and I'm going to do light washes in the background and then come back with secondary layers, and then we can always doodle on the top of them. I think I'll start with a nice tan color, and I'm using a light wash just to give them a bit of color. And I did not erase my lines because I thought that I would end up doing pen outline on top. A bit of cobalt green. Very pretty colors. So have you all tried some of these Jasper Stardust paints? And if you have, what's your favorite palette, your favorite color? Let me know down in the comments. And I'd be interested to know what your favorite handmade watercolor is. I'm always looking to try out new companies, new small businesses. Because in my opinion, you're not going to get this type of paint from a big commercial seller. Let's do the darker teal. Now I did get inspiration for this from Instagram. I follow so many artists, and I think their name is Edmond Dante's Studio. And yes, that's dry, so as soon as I get to one end, I can start on the other. I'm not trying to, be extremely precise. I'm just playing with the colors. Anybody can do this. It's not hard at all. Just take your time. And like I said, I'm not being neat. I'm going over my pencil lines, and that's okay. And the whole point is just to play with these paints and enjoy the colors. Let's try the phthalo teal. Watercolor dries lighter, so this will be just a very light wash. And if you make a mistake like I just did, you can just do that and it's all fixed. I'm going to use, this is goldfish. And that was a good name for this paint. It does look like a goldfish. Kind of reminds me of apricot. Barely touching these paints. And I find it very interesting that many of these handmade watercolor businesses sell the paint at the same price as the big commercial ones. But the big commercial ones don't have the life that these have. Wow, this really looks like copper, and this looks like copper also. It's really, this is turning out very fun. I'm very much enjoying these here paints. I'm going to do a fourth layer. I'm going to let these dry thoroughly, and then we will come back and start outlining them a little bit. I am really loving this spot here. The blue and the pink and the yellow have kind of intermingled in this square, and it looks like an opal. It is absolutely stunning, and I am just over the moon in love with these paints. Everything is dry. And you can kind of disguise some of the rough outlines if you've had them with the black pen. It kind of just goes over the edge and clears up the little bits. And let's see what the gold looks like on here. So I think what I'll do is I will show you the types of things that I'm going to do on a few of these, and then I will turn the camera off and finish it off camera. I think what we can do is try some white marks, some white dots. So I think that gives you the general idea. I may do some additional black lines, maybe some tendrils or something that are kind of coming out and going down, and put little beads on them. And if I do anything that you haven't already seen, I will come back and do it for you. All right, so I have all the stuff done that I had shown you in this section, and now I'm just going back and I'm adding like little drops, just having fun with it, seeing where it will end up. And it's only paper, it's only paint, it's only a little ink. Just have fun with it and play. I think I am ready to pull the tape on this. I had an absolute blast with this. So let's pull the tape and let's see what we get. And I always have more success pulling the tape if I pull at an angle like that. So there is the full piece, and I had a lot of fun doing this, and I absolutely love this palette from Jasper Stardust, and of course I will link them in the description and probably in an iCard up there somewhere. Definitely go give them a try. Go check out their website. They have tons of different palettes to choose from. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a thumbs up for me, and please do hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And leave a kind comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this piece? What do you think of these paints? Have you tried Jasper Stardust before? Do you like them? What's your favorite palette? Also, if you have a favorite handmade watercolor designer, then drop it down in the comments below so we can all take a look at it, and maybe I'll do a review on them next. So I'll see you right back here at 70 Acre Studio next time with a new video real soon. I love you all. God bless.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy.
You are fair.